Well, I'm Shaquill Griffin, and these are my tattoos. When I got my first tattoo, I had to be about 15, I think. My mom kept telling me she wanted me to wait till my 18th birthday, because that means I'd be old enough to make my own decisions. But on my 15th birthday, I said I don't want anything else for my birthday. I don't want no clothes, no money. I don't even want to do anything on Christmas. All I want is a tattoo. So, but yeah, I was about 15 years old when I got my first tattoo. So my first tattoo started off because one, my older brother had a lot of tattoos, and I was like, you know what? Well, I feel like it just looks cool. I want to do that and kind of, do the same thing he's doing. Then after a while, after I got my first one, it started giving me this feeling like a sense of comfort of some things that I wanted to express in my own way, and tattoos gave me that outlet. So I kind of grew into it, but after my first tattoo is when it started. But yeah, I kind of grew into it, and it kind of helped me express myself in a different way. It just explains different things about myself. So the first one is right here. It says honor. And it just got a couple of stars flying in the background. And then it goes here and it says strength. And when I looked up the origin of my last name, my last name described it as honor and strength. And that's the reason why I got those first two tattoos, because of my last name. Me and the artist kind of came together and did it, so I just expressed the idea. He drew it up for me, and that's kind of how I did all my tattoos. Just expressed them all and how I wanted to see it and how I felt about it. And he kind of brought the image to life. On this arm, it's more of just an Egyptian theme. Most people see Griffin as, that mythical creature. And that all revolves around that Egyptian era when it came to pharaohs and queens. And so this first queen right here is Queen Nefertiti. So that's like one of the first African queens. So that's something that was kind of dear to me. And this is a pharaoh, so her husband, and this type of look of, being godly like in that era. And that's the type of, image that I wanted, as in being her husband. And then on the back of my arm is the mythical creature that pretty much protect all your wealth and love things and your belongings. So I want to kind of keep that all between, just that type of vibe. And you got the pyramids here on the bottom with the moon covering, the moonlight covering everything that's kind of above. And you see at the top is where I had the Griffin actually at, kind of where my last name, where it all starts, and kind of everything just flow through on this arm. The interesting part about this arm, me and my brother have the same exact tattoos on this whole arm. From our first one all the way up until now, this whole image, he had the same exact tattoo. So this means a lot to me. So this first tattoo on this arm, my shoulder, is of Queen Mary. And the reason why I actually got Queen Mary, well, we both did. So my oldest brothers, both of them actually ended up getting Queen Mary and didn't know they both had the same tattoo. So the idea was like, since everybody got it on that same arm, that same picture, why not me and my brother get it? So now it's kind of a brotherly thing that we did. So we kind of just kept that part going. And so this is pretty much just speaking about my beliefs. So this is a guy on the bottom of a guy walking into the heaven gates, to hopefully one day that's where I want to end up, and going to the best place ever, And that's a guy, and that's supposed to be me one day when it's finally my time to finally, meet Jesus Christ and, and God himself, and kind of be accepted, into the heaven gate. So that's me walking into it. And here's on the front side, well, now I'm turning my arm, is actually Jesus Christ's face. And I kind of want all that to tie in, because that's who I want to be, accepted by, a person who I pray to every single day. And then you got the 3 cross, where he hung for us at. So I put that on there to kind of have it all tie in, so it makes sense to the reason why I have everything, because it's the person who died for us. So I put his image on my arm because he sacrificed, the ultimate thing, which is life for us. So I want to pay my respects to that, because it's the person who I want to be accepted by and who I pray to. And hopefully one day he'll accept me into the heaven gates when it's my time. I have a dove, that ties into my mother's name on the inside of my arm. And a dove to me is, it's just it's a sweet bird that, when you see it, it's just a beautiful thing. And that's how I see my mom. And my mom kept saying she wanted her name somewhere on my body. So I was like, what? I feel like this all ties in. When I see a bird, and such, and which is so beautiful, I think of her. So I tied the name, and all connects to the bird's wing. So, and actually on the back, instead of going word for word, it's actually a Bible scripture that speaks on, a person that falls, but you have someone that's right next to you every single day to pick you right back up. And I see my brother as that, so we got that same tattoo. Speaks on having each other back. Yeah, I hold that dear to me right there. But my favorite tattoo definitely have to be Queen Nefertiti, because that's someone who is a icon to everybody. They have so much power and have so much respect. First off, you gotta give respect to women around the world, and that's one thing about it. She was so strong, to be the queen and be able to rule, and she was an icon to everybody, and so that kind of meant the most to me. So this is definitely my favorite tattoo. The chest piece is supposed to be a representation of how I feel when it's time for to really unleash different things, and that type of attitude or type of vibe that I have to give off, maybe when it's playing football or when it comes to protecting my family. I feel like sometimes you gotta go to that certain place, and I feel like that represents me. So that's the reason why I got the wolf. But when the wolf is not there, you have to have something to tame it. So the idea was to get the angels to hold the wolf back so it doesn't just unleash on people at random times. So that's why I have to get it finished because not only one angel can hold back that type of rage or animal. So there's gonna be another angel that I'm putting on this side, and you will see the angels holding onto the chain. But if you look closely, the chain actually broke off. So it was angels holding the wolf back, but at the end of the day, it was too powerful for both, and it broke the chain and it unleashed that type of demon and that type of rage. So the idea is pretty cool, but like I said, it still have some touching up to do, and I have to add another angel that was holding the wolf back. I definitely got a lot more ideas, so I want to do my whole back. So after I finish, my stomach and my chest, me and my brother had an idea to kind of cover up our back, and the idea was we want to have an image of someone, or maybe just us, holding up our city of St. Petersburg, because we have one day a goal to be able to create something like a facility or some type of idea where it creates jobs, for people in our city who deserve second chances or just need someone just to look out for them. And me and my brother are so big on changing the city, the country, the world. We're so big on that. I feel like someone have to be on that back end to be able to hold everything up. So it'll be an image of me and my brother holding up the city of St. Petersburg, Florida. So it gives me an outlet to express my thoughts. Some people, they write things down. I just come up with different images and ideas that I can't draw, or it's hard for me to speak about. But if I get a chance to meet an artist who I can express this idea to, and an artist can bring it to life so I can see it for itself, because sometimes it's kind of hard to put it all together, but a person who have that same type of imagination can draw it up and show me what it looked like, the actual idea that I'm trying to bring forward. They give me just a chance to tell a story that I want other people to know, and it's sometimes hard for me to explain, but if you just see the tattoos and the things that I created, maybe you can figure it out yourself, so it'd be easier for me to show you, the things that I'm trying to express to you.